All right, everybody, welcome back to Modern FNM. We are in the final round of our inaugural flagship Blood Braid Jace. Yeah, this is table 1.
Yeah.
These guys are both 4-0.
So we saw Victor round 1, but we brought him back because they were one of the only people that were playing, and it is table 1, so it'd be a good match.
And this is going to be a pretty, probably a pretty meta type of match going forward. This is 5-color humans versus a Blood Braid Jund shadow list.
Well, that's strange. Our play space camera seems to be back in time.
Yeah, that's very interesting. This is like honestly trippy. I feel like we're like watching Memento right now.
Yeah.
Anybody seen the movie Memento? That's crazy.
Not sure why this is great. Try to go to the card image menu.
Yeah, this is
no. Also,
this is something else.
Huh.
Folks,
yeah, so we're not sure how this happened.
You know those toys that come in Cracker Jack boxes where like there's a mirror and you think there's an object floating inside, but then you look at the other mirror and then it disappears because there's another mirror behind it and it's reflecting another mirror? That's like what's happening right now.
Yeah,
these players have disappeared.
Nobody was playing Jace to much success.
We did not see any good Jaces tonight. Everyone playing Jace lost and scrubbed out.
Or wasn't playing them, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, yeah, not sure what we can do about this.
Yeah.
This issue has never occurred before.
How is this possible?
I don't know.
How is this possible?
Hey, Scott, if Jake Valentine is still in the area, you should consult him.
Yeah, we're going to let our stream writer know that we need help. No, the application is not frozen, I don't think. We think it's just...
Oh, the application froze for the top camera.
Is it run by a separate app? I think there was just... I think there's a conscious decision being made incorrectly. Like I think it's someone hasn't clicked the right button or a button has been accidentally pressed. I don't think this camera crashed. Does that even make sense? We're not experts. We just talk. We don't. Nobody lets us run the equipment.
We don't know much about the technical, the technical background.
Folks, we sincerely
Mark,
apologize.
You can keep talking with people. I'm going to go see.
Oh, great. Maria's going to leave me all by myself to talk to you people. Well, let me tell you guys a story. When I was younger, I got a concussion playing soccer. And my parents were very worried that I might have long-term permanent memory loss. And I didn't. Let me just say that out front. I didn't have any long-term memory. Not that I know of anyway. But I was in the hospital. And my the doctor told my parents to ask me some questions because I like blacked out and I woke up in the hospital. And the doctor said, hey, ask this guy some questions about his life just to make sure he's got his memory. And so my parents asked me, like, hey, what's your name? And I said, oh, my name's Mark. And how old are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm like, 13 or whatever. And then my parents asked me, where did we go to vacation last year? And I said, Wisconsin. We went to Wisconsin last year. Remember, we took that hiking trip to Wisconsin. And both my parents just started sobbing. They were crying because we had not gone to Wisconsin the previous year. That was like 4 or 5 years ago or something. And so they thought I had like lost like a few years of my memory and they were just crying. And then my mom was like, you don't remember when we went to Alabama? And I was like, oh yeah, of course I remember that. And then they were like, oh. So I inadvertently trolled my parents into, I did it totally next. I just wasn't thinking, I was kind of like out of it because I'd been, blacked out and in the hospital bed. But yeah, I totally just thought that my, this is not a good story to tell. Where's Mario? I need help commentating. Oh, he's back. Okay, great. I'm not sure if we actually fixed the table. Mario, I just told the worst story while you were... Oh, we fixed it? Well, that's great. Just in time for me to finish my horrible... All right,
guys, I'm back.
Totally true story,
With the help of Matthew Menear, I was able to fix this issue. So we got our game. 5-color humans versus Jund Shadow. Looks like Brent was on the play. And
so Hada Freeblade is pretty... Or Kitesail Freebird is pretty good if we hit something, which we do. I assume we take the bolt here, because Manamorphose isn't doing much.
You might want to take... Well, you got to take the bolt, yeah. Because if you take Lily, then...
It only takes instants or sorceries.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So you could take the Thoughtseize. I think you just take the bolt. Yeah, it only takes
9 creatures.
No, it doesn't. You're just wrong.
Okay.
I want to say you have some credibility here, but you don't.
Maybe I'm just wrong. Someone said solid story.
Thank you. Wow, solid story.
What was your story about?
I appreciate. I don't even want to tell it again.
Don't tell it. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it.
If you don't take the bolt there, he just bolts the freebooter and gets it back.
Yeah.
So.
I'm surprised that Victor has these Lily of the Last Hope's main.
So it's a pretty. I think there's just one, and it's a pretty sweet hit off Bloodbraid. And sometimes you don't want too many Lily of the Veils because they're not good in multiples.
I am glad though that he picked this this nice promo Lily that I use.
Yeah, that one's sweet. Very expensive too.
So Brent's
fine
hand
China.
Looking pretty strong here. He's got basically 3 Mantis Riders and an Aether Vial. The Phantasmal image there is effectively any human. I guess it could be another card sale freebooter. But he actually doesn't have a 3rd land just yet. Victor's still going to take a Mantis Rider.
Yeah, so one beef I have with the 5-color humans deck, it has really anemic starts if you don't have an Aether Vial. Like playing out one.
Oh yeah, Brent just drew a 3-drop there, without the land. So
yeah, like without the Aether Vial, this deck it doesn't have a high land count. If you don't have a Hierarch or a Vial, you just have these super underwhelming, and because the deck is incredibly synergistic. Like when it has a Vial or a Hierarch, it plays like a powerful value curve mid-range deck because of the powerful synergies. But if you can't double spell in a turn, it plays like a really bad Merfolk deck.
Sure.
So the deck really has to have Vial or a Hierarch.
Well, Victor found his 3rd land right on time, so he could play Lily the Last Hope here. But if he does that, then it's kind of exposed to Mantis Rider, so he might just want to go with Goyf and
but not if he pluses up.
Yeah, but I mean, it still just gets hit by it.
Yeah, but if he pluses up to 4 loyalty, it gets hit to 1, and then he bolts the Mantis Rider. He's way ahead.
That's true.
I mean, I think playing out the Lily's fine. Like, you could play Goyf and hold up Bolt, but I really think playing out the Lily is solid.
Yeah, 9-creature, non-land card sale. That was correct.
Wow, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking the Sin Collector. Guys, is it really non-creature, non-land? Wow. Well, you know what, folks?
But yeah,
I don't really play Modern.
Regardless,
can I make that excuse?
Well, the reason I know that is because I've been playing the Magic Arena beta lately, and that's like one of the best cards in that.
Sure.
Because it's Ixalan block standard, basically.
All right, well, I'm 88% certain that Sin Collector only takes instants and sorcerers.
Sin Collector is, I think, also any non-creature spell.
No, that can't be
You're
right.
thinking of the mode of collective brutality?
No,
maybe?
no. Sin Collector definitely only takes instants and sorcerers, and it exiles them permanently. I swear that's true.
All right.
Someone help me out here. Can we get that card pulled up? If I'm wrong on this one, I'm just going to quit for good.
Sin Collector is also in these humans decks.
Yeah, people play it in the side. It's not as good as Freebooter in the main.
Well, apparently Brent still didn't draw his 3rd land, and he just got a bunch of 3-drops in hand. Also nothing to... Okay, Sin Collector is instant or sorcery.
Sin Collector, only instant or sorcery. Thank you. I will take my prize now.
Okay, great. Nice job. And Victor drew another Goyf, which they're fairly large. They might be able to... Well, I mean, Brent's still at 20. He's going to go down to 16 at least for this turn. But, yes, Vladimir, Victor is playing Bloodbraid Elf. We saw a lot of Bloodbraid Elf tonight, actually, but Victor has Bloodbraid Elf in his deck right now. Not much Jace. We didn't get any on camera, and we don't really think that many people were playing it here because we couldn't find matches to play on camera.
Yeah, it's tough because I mean the card's $130 and it was on nobody's radar for Modern, so I think a lot of players in the area just couldn't get a hold of one. I know that Paul Corbel was playing it today, but I don't think he did very well competitively today.
Okay.
And I think Paul's actually playing Miracles. I think he ought to be playing Blue-White Control.
Yeah, maybe Robert
is
also playing Miracles.
Yeah, he's trying kind of a gimmicky Miracles deck with Jace.
All right, so here's another Goyf and a Death Shadow, which is currently only a 1/1, but a pretty large threat base here. Yeah, people might be waiting till it tanks with Masters. That's a good point.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure Brent has found his 3rd land. He's got to be able to... I mean, there's no way he's just drawn running 3-drops. I know he has at least one Reflector Mage in there, but I'm not sure what the other 2 cards are. And they're not lands, and they're not 1-drops because he didn't file anything out.
Yeah, this is pretty awkward for Brent. Like I said, this deck has really anemic starts without the Vial or the Hierarch. Well, did he play this Vial on like turn 3?
Maybe, I think he drew another Reflector Mage.
Ugh. So it's possible that Brent can make enough headway just by playing out Reflector Mage and hitting one of these creatures.
Yeah, and then he can
for 2 turns in a row.
Yeah.
But the Goyfs are just too big right now. I mean, what are these Goyfs? 4/5s?
Yeah. Oh, wow. This might be game. We do have a playoff.
Oh, he's going to copy a Goyf probably.
Sure, but then it just gets bolted. I guess you could just let, yeah, might as well just let it bounce. That's fine. I didn't realize Phantom Image could copy your opponent's creatures.
Yeah, I don't know why Victor didn't just bolt before damage.
He's probably saving the bolt for a Mantis Rider. Because what he can do now is play Lily plus it, get rid of the Phantasmal Image, just because it gets targeted. And then
yeah, the Liliana
keep
plus
up
on
the bolt.
Phantasmal is pretty good.
And in fact, even if it wasn't targeted, it would still die to Lily because of the -1 effect.
Sure.
So that bought Brent a turn. He still took 8. And
Yeah, I'm not sure
dead.
what series of draws can actually get Brent out of this one.
Well, the Reflector Mage could help.
Reflector Mage is okay, but
Something's getting bolted.
the Goyfs are too big.
He can now put 2 3-drops in because he did find a 3rd land there.
If for some reason Brent had a timely reinforcements, that would be sweet here.
Yeah, so Brent's hand is 2 Reflector Mages, Mantis Rider, and Keswick Malcontents. Which...
Yeah, Malcontents is garbage here.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to close out the game with Malcontents because all of the rest of his humans are probably going to be on chump block duty for the near future.
If Brent had a Naya Charm, well, he couldn't even cast Naya Charm with this mana.
What? Yes.
Brent can't do
right.
anything.
Oh, he can play 2 Reflector Mages.
Well, that just doesn't get him there. Because you have to, aren't you forced to chump with the first Reflector Mage?
Yeah, probably with 2 of them.
If you didn't, if Brent had a couple of more life points and didn't have to chump, he could be almost in it.
He's going to play Mantis Rider, even though he knows about this bolt. Interesting.
Yes, you swing for 3.
Attack Liliana.
I don't think swinging at Lily is...
So that gets bolted. So Brent did have to take 1 damage there from the Horizon Canopy. So I think he's now at 7. And he's just going to pass the turn with the Intensive Violin Reflector Mage, but...
It's just game, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can block the... Okay, well now you violin the Reflector here. You have to.
Well, he has 2 Reflectors.
Oh, he has 2, okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
So Brent can chump for 1 turn.
Yeah. Not really sure there's a point in doing that because now, well, whatever.
So Death Shadow is definitely the wrong call, right?
I mean, not necessarily. No, it's the right call because he's going to lose 2 life from Thoughtseize and Death Shadow will be the largest creature.
Is Victor going to 7 or 9 life?
7.
Oh, okay. Well, but even that, the thing about Reflector Mage on Goyf is that when you go Reflector Mage Goyf, he doesn't cast any of them ever.
Yeah, that's true. If you bounce both of them,
yeah,
that is an advantage.
Double Reflector Mage against double Goyf makes Reflector Mage and Goyf way better there.
You're right.
That would be true if Death Shadow was becoming a 7/7, but it wasn't. It was becoming a 6/6. So I think pretty sure that's a. I think that's an objective.
Victor took the Keswick Malcontents instead of the 2nd Reflector Mage.
Yeah, I think that's an objective misplay on Brent's part. Also, possibly an objective misplay on Victor's part. I guess you have to be worried about Keswick Malcontents if your opponent has something stupid you can't predict, like Secure the Way. Well, those aren't even humans. I don't even know.
Yeah,
but
there's nothing.
Yeah, for Brent to hit the Goyfs there, because of the way that Reflector Mage's ability says same name on it, not just the actual card that was bounced, chaining Reflector Mage against the Goyfs there could have actually possibly won you the game. I have to think about it.
It would have bought him some time, but I don't think it would have won. He still would have had a chump block Death Shadow.
Yeah. And of course, you have to fight the Liliana.
Yeah.
So we're probably naming black-green.
Fine, it's just a land. Not super helpful here. So Victor can actually replay the Death Shadow because the Reflector Mage was bounced during his own. Bounced it during his own turn.
Yeah.
And we are in with both Goyfs. So we got a Violent Reflector Mage, bounce one of them and block the other.
Yeah. So just I'm not sure if Brent just didn't pick up on the interaction with double Mage, double Goyf, but that feels bad.
Unfortunately, Brent cannot deal with 9 damage in 1 turn with no creatures already in play.
What is that? Is that a champion of the parish?
Yeah, something.
Okay. So Brent's draws off the top were bad enough it didn't matter. But Brent had a running... If he went Reflector Mage on the Goyfs, and then
kept
actually...
both of them at bay.
And then, like, ripped Mantis Rider or something, he actually might have won.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's pretty unlikely, but I think that actually would have worked out. I think that's almost certainly an objective misplay from Brent. But I also don't like Victor taking the Keswick Malcontents there.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because
Like,
there's no way the human gets like
well,
when he's that low on cards,
he
he's
can't,
not
yeah,
getting
when he's that low on
multiple
cards, he can't
creatures.
possibly get enough humans for that to
Yeah.
be a threat. So, yeah, I agree.
But nonetheless, Victor took the game pretty handily. Had Liliana going all the way up to 6 there too, so that was another thing Brent had to deal with if he was somehow able to control the creatures.
So Brent here really wants to bring in Zathrid Necromancer. That's a card that really helps you grind against this deck that doesn't have Path. Victor, I can't tell if Victor wants Lingering Souls here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually don't
they
think
chump block, but they don't really.
Chump blocking is just like, I don't think where you can afford to be here. I don't know. I actually really can't tell. I think in some, depends on what else Victor can bring in, but I can see that being really bad.
Yeah.
So, trying to think what else Victor.
I don't know if he has like
want.
the mini wraths like Flame Tendrils or Cosmic Return or something.
I had Victor's list up on my phone
I
earlier.
guess they get slightly worse with Bloodbraid in your deck because you can cascade into them and then kill your Bloodbraid, so that doesn't seem good.
Yeah. Well, into what?
Into like Flame Tendrils or Cosmic.
No, because they get cast before the Bloodbraid.
Oh, you're right. They resolve before.
So Bloodbraid sort of like clears its way when it plays
that's cool.
But it would also kill your other Bloodbraids if you.
Yeah. Maybe Victor has the ever-present Macaeus the Unhallowed.
Macaeus the Unhallowed.
To destroy any,
the human's tech. Yeah, if Victor ever gets to 6 mana, he should probably just scoop.
So Jin says Victor maybe wanted to play around Phantasmal Image on Malcontents. Yeah, that would deal a decent amount of damage, and I guess if he brought his life total low enough, it could have been a risk, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Reflector Mage is way more of a threat than even Phantasmal.
I've seen some talk about the Dryad Arbor from the Vault of 8. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, about it getting banned, yeah.
Did you see what happened, though, the reason?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
The guy blocked with Menace.
Gabriel Nassif, yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of, you know, trying to get an edge by playing it near your lands like it did in the clip that became super popular, but the actual art on the card itself is probably fine.
Let me say this, folks. Of all the problems to fix, like, let me just throw this out here. Currently under the rules, this is a terrible truth, but currently under the rules in Magic, if you show up with a Thought-Knot Seer deck, the competitive best way to play your deck at a large Grand Prix or SCG event is to never, ever tell your opponent to draw a card when your Thought-Knot leaves play until you get your first warning. And then after you get your first warning, then start telling your opponents. But currently, by far, the best strategic way to play your Thought-Knot Seers is to not mention them, the triggers, the detrimental trigger, until your opponent gets a warning. That is currently the legal way to play Thought-Knot and the best strategic practice. So if you think Dryad Arbors are a stupid, scummy thing to do that someone could be playing for an edge, you know, I agree, and I think they could or should ban that. But there are way more systemic, inherent, scummy parts of the rules that could be exploited. And you know, frankly, I don't play any Thought-Knot Seer decks really, but you know, I'd be tempted to at a tournament if I actually cared about winning.
Yeah, really,
to do that.
that is true because you can miss trigger and there's no way for people to actually judge whether it's intentional or not. But like, once you do it once and get a warning, then you can't do it again because then it
becomes a game loss. Yeah. But at each tournament, that sort of resets. I mean, judges don't have a way to really. I mean, I think they can, but they don't track your. You know, if you do it once a tournament, it's not like they track back and say, I think there's a pattern here. No, you just do it once a tournament, and that's fair and legal. So Brent, it's not fair, but it's legal.
Brent leading off with the Unclaimed Territory here, but still no one drop. Looks like he's just clogged up with a bunch of 3s again. He's got like 3 Mantis Riders already. He does have this Kite Sail that he can cast here. Or a Thalia. Thalia. Somebody commented on my my Thalia pronunciation.
You know, I say Thalia, but you say Thalia?
I usually say Thalia, yeah.
I sort of like the sound of Thalia. That's cool. I can get behind that.
There is no Y in the name, but who knows? So Thalia here. It's going to make it so Victor can't cast any. Well, Victor has a Terminate, which he's going to have to wait for a.
What do we think of these new iconic Masters Horizon canopies?
I definitely like the art on the old ones better.
Yeah, I don't like these one bit.
These ones is kind of cool. This looks like it would be just basic Savannah.
Yeah, it does.
Like you know, like the dual land Savannah.
Yeah, it looks like the Magic Online Savannah.
Yeah,
yeah. I really like the old. I mean, the old canopy has a sweet future sight border, but it also the art is so cool. It's the giant leaf, and there's a little tiny people walking on it.
Yeah, I like the art. I like the new border for this, but the art is.
Oh, you mean like the Frontier border? Yeah.
Is the Jun player using Tarfire or Seal of Fire? No, I don't think
he's
so.
Not, he's actually not playing. He's not playing either. There's no Traverse, no Bobble. His filtering is Manamorphose and Street Wraith. He's playing Manamorphose to combo with Bloodbraid Elf. What Bloodbraid Elf into Manamorphose does for you is allow you to reduce the variance on the card because it actually allows you to just play cards out of your hand.
Yeah.
When you hit Manamorphose rather than play some unpredictable card.
Brent here has a Mirror Crusader, which is probably going to be pretty hard for Victor to deal with. I think he might still have Bolts. But he currently has this Dreadbore sitting in hand, which is not going to be able to remove that. He could remove Thalia if he wants. Jace player says, I like the iconic cryptic command form from Iconic. Yeah.
Sure.
I'd like that art as well. I like all that series. They have cryptic and austere
command.
Yeah,
the austere command looks great.
Character, yeah.
I also really like. I really like the. Probably my favorite cryptic is the
full art one.
The full art one, because it's like it's such a flavor win, you know, like it's cryptic.
Yeah, and you have no idea. Yeah.
You don't know what it is.
Someone also mentioned that the same person. When it got printed, I made my opponent show me the lands because that opponent hit an Ink Moth Nexus before. Yeah.
Oh sure. Yeah, well it's the old Blink Moth Nexus. Or I'm sorry, the old Blink Moth Nexus looks distinct, but the new Ink Moth and Blink Moth look very similar.
Yeah. So Dreadbore is going to take down Thalia here, which, assuming Brent doesn't have another play, which certainly he will, does clear the path for Liliana to take out this Mirror Crusader.
The Mirror Crusader is pretty good. I forgot about that one out of the board.
Yeah.
Definitely Zathard Necromancer is good, but Mirror Crusader is pretty freaking good.
Right. Although, like I said, like with the red, he could bolt it eventually.
Yeah, I think Victor has maybe 3 bolts. I don't think he has 4. He might.
Yeah.
But
Iconic Ancestral. I do also like that better than the previous arc. Mark does not because he likes to call back to the original Ancestral Recall.
Yeah, I love that it has the original pyramid on there. But I think the new one's cool. Like I like the picture frame quality, but to me the old one is just beautiful. The way that it mirrors the original Ancestral recall.
Yeah. So Kitesail Freebooter is going to take Liliana here, and Brent does not attack with Mirror Crusader.
That seems pretty loose. Is he? What's he playing around?
I don't know.
Is he playing around? I don't even know. What
he just looked at Victor's hand, so he wasn't playing around anything. I think he just maybe just didn't consider that it had pro green. I'm not sure.
Maybe he forgot that Goyf was green.
That's possible. Yeah. Maybe he
was worried that his opponent would
defend his own life total.
Play an instant that makes Tarmogoyf devoid. Did they make that card?
No.
They should have made that card.
He also
it should have been called Sudden Witching.
There is cards that change the color.
There's like Trait Doctoring.
Yeah. Here's a Death Shadow as a 2/2. Yeah, a way to fix the Dryad Arbor issue is that creatures need to be in front of everything, or lands need to be clearly shown, or something like that. But when you enforce that, that disrupts the way some players play. Brent's on 3 Horizon Canopies, I just noticed. So I don't think he can even cast the Mantis Riders in his hand.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but that's painful. I mean, he has no vial. He has to use these for mana.
And Victor just drew, the Bolt, which now can take out this Mirror Crusader that did nothing because it didn't attack last turn for whatever reason.
Yeah, so this matchup I think is probably kind of even, but it's gone really in Victor's favor here so far.
Yeah, I don't even know if Brent can win from me. Like, I guess if Brent draws a colored source, you can start running out some Mantis Riders. But
yeah, Brent could have used an Aether Vial at some point.
Yeah, there's a Thalia's Lieutenant.
So that's not very good here.
And Seachrome Coast, which comes in tap.
Well, no, he should sack a canopy.
Yeah, but that
then
still
you're down
taps him out.
Yeah, then you're down a land, but you can't. I feel like this is the turn to use that canopy.
Yeah, he could have
draw.
sacked a Canopy and then played Thalia's Lieutenant. He still wouldn't have been able to cast the Mantis Riders this turn, but does he have 3 Mantis Riders? Oh my goodness, he does.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, nice 5-color deck, bruh. Oh, that feels so bad right here. Make your Kite Sail into a 2/3 flyer and
Still have to take 1 damage from
yeah.
Horizon Canopy. So I guess he's probably going to have to chump block here, maybe? I don't know.
So, does Brent have draws to get him out of this one? Obviously, Reflector Mage is still okay. I don't think he can deploy these Mantis Riders fast enough to be good enough.
Well,
Thalia's Lieutenant being a 1/1 here with only the
yeah.
potential to grow to like a 2/2 or 3/3 is just terrible.
Yeah, he really can't even take the hit this turn from Shadow. He's going to have to chump block already.
Yeah, Brent really just needs to draw another Mirror Crusader. Or even
another Mirror Crusader.
Mirror Crusader or Zathra Necromancer is pretty good here.
Sure, yeah. Victor's just not a bunch of lands in. Oh, never mind. He found another Death
Well,
Shadow.
fetch land's pretty good too here to make this.
He just cycled Street Wraith into another Death Shadow. So this has to jump in front of Shadow.
Yeah.
Yep. I think Brent also has both attacked and not blocked with Kite Sail Freebooter for 2 turns in a row. Definitely not something.
Yeah, if you know you're not going to block with it because you don't want to get.
I guess
Lily,
he doesn't really know because like maybe Thalia's Lieutenant gets removed or something, but.
Yeah, but you actually might have had a chance to kill him if you had just attacked with Freebooter.
Well, Brent drew a Hierarch there,
so Hierarch's not bad.
He can get in for 4.
If you play the Hierarch, play out your.
Well, the problem is he gets.
Then he has to lose 2 life for that. He goes to 4.
Yeah. No, he only loses 1 life. Oh, you're right. He does lose 2 life.
Yeah. So this play is going to cost Brent 2 life,
which just kills him.
Swing for 4.
Oh no, Mantis Rider has Vigilance. I forgot about that.
Right. So you swing for 4.
He's a triple chump block.
Yeah.
And then Liliana kicks out.
I think he's just lost. Because for one, it also is true that no matter what happens in the combat here, Brent has to pay more life to play any cards.
Mantis Rider.
So
I guess no, because Victor's at 5. I guess if Victor somehow damages himself.
If Brent has an Intervention Pact or a Shining Shoal, we could do some work here.
Sure. if he can
but
barring from 0 mana.
Yeah, but barring those cards.
Well, Victor has 2 lands. So we're in with the team. We have the triple chump. Not great. Yep.
Yeah, and I think Victor can't afford to fetch Shock here or even fetch because he doesn't want to die to like a top deck, you know, whatever. But
so here's Lily coming down, going to make Brent discard a card.
Or you could just make yourself sacrifice. It probably doesn't matter.
You could do that, yeah. And yeah, Brent. I guess Brent can top deck a Noble Hierarch and then hope that Victor cracks his fetch land.
Yeah. So Brent could crack a Horizon Canopy and draw into. I got nothing.
Yeah, no.
I got nothing. If Brent drew an Entreat the Angels there, he could have been in business.
Yeah. No, he still would be dead.
Actually, yeah, he would have to pay 1 life, or pay 2 life to do it.
Yeah.
He'd go to 2,
and then
he'd get 4 angels.
Angel.
Lily would sack an angel, then he'd have to chump block all the angels.
No, he'd only get 3 angels, right? Because isn't it white?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, never mind.
Even
folks.
a miracle
not
save him
not
there.
even yeah, not even a miracle. Ugh. I really think Brent could have won. Well, not won. We knew that he couldn't have won game 1 with his draws.
Maybe if Brent had gotten in 4 damage with Mirror Crusader and his opponent was at 1 here,
yeah,
we maybe could have killed him with our Mantis Rider.
Why did Brent not swing with
Freebooter,
and why did he not swing with?
I think his plan was to hold back the Tarmogoyf, which is fine, but you're the aggressor in this matchup. You know, even if it may not seem to be the case, but I think you should be. I think he drew the 4th Mantis Rider. Yeah, he might have just drawn the 4th Mantis Rider.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know. That was a rough one for our humans. For our humans friend.
Brent really just desperately needed an Aether Vial that game.
Yeah, that's true.
And in game 1, he just needed to, I think, play it a little better. But also he drew. We knew that he drew poorly.
So kind of he was.
But he definitely should have. He definitely should have sequenced. He should have targeted Tarmogoyf with the Reflector Mage and played those both out.
All right, so we didn't get to see any blood braids there. Victor may have taken them out, to be honest, but they are in his deck, and he did go 5-0
they don't
tonight.
seem great in this matchup.
He did go 5-0 with the blood braid.
Yeah, 5-0 with blood braid John.
So,
yeah,
Victor is convinced that Manamorphose is how you break blood braid elf.
I think it's really pretty good.
It's definitely strong.
It allows you to play whatever you want out of your hand instead of relying on chance.
So if you want some spicy tech for your new blood braids that you just get to play in Modern.
Yeah, or if you want to sell me your Manamorphoses.
Before they spike?
Yeah, before they spike.
Okay,
please
sure.
do. You can slide into my DMs. I'm also, what was I looking for earlier? Oh, I need someone to buy my World Wake foil Jace.
Oh, yeah. If you want a World Wake foil Jace for $600.
$630. It's all yours.
Contact Mark.
There was one other thing I needed too, but I can't remember. Well, anyway.
Well, that will do it for the 5th and final round. So
yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Pretty good set of games here. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Want to just refresh the announcement we've making every round right here before we go for the night. So if you are in the area and you are a fan of Top Deck Productions, if you're in Cincinnati,
and we know you are because you're here right now.
Yeah, but I do know we have a lot of viewers that aren't from the area. But if you are from the area of Cincinnati and you go to GameSwap, on Thursday nights we have a Modern event, and now Top Deck Productions is sponsoring a league for the Thursdays of March. So what that entails is that if you enter this league, your records for every Thursday Modern event will be collimated at the end, and all of your match points will be totaled, and whichever participant in the league, the top 3 participants, match point wise, will get prizes from Top Deck Productions. So the prizes are, for first, you get either 12 packs of the new Masters 25 set or a playset of Ether Vials,
which Brent desperately could have used there.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to play humans, there you can get your playset of Ether Vials. For second place, you get fewer Masters 25 packs and then or a box of a recent set, and then for third place it's probably like 3 or 4 Masters 25 packs and a fat pack of a recent set.
And all you got to do to join the league is just become a patron or subscriber.
Just a Patreon.
Yeah, just a one-time patron, or get involved with a sustaining membership or something. And that will automatically enroll you in the league, and your league points will only compete against other people that are also subscribers for that night.
So the Patreon is $5 a month to enter. Even if you want to just enter it for this month to try and compete in the league, then you can have a chance of getting some good prizes. And you also get the regular payouts from GameSwap.
Yeah, I'm a sustaining member of the channel, and so I will definitely be showing up on Thursdays to get my league points. So if you'd like to, you can of course play against me and my shitty Naya deck. I'll probably lose.
Yeah, there you go. So you can get a free win.
Please come, free win. All right, well that's all we got.
Yeah, that's everything for tonight. So thanks for watching, folks. And Mark and I will be gone for a few weeks. You might see Victor on commentator next weekend, but tune in again for some more Modern action.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good weekend, everybody. I think in my car on the way back, we should open this stream and we'll listen to the story that I told.
About your parents?
Yeah.
What was it about?
I know this sort of all flew out of me. It's a story about my parents and me. But I sort of froze. It's actually a very funny story, but I'm wondering how it came out, what it sounded like.